In today's video, me and my friend I'm Cyrex will be surviving in a zombie apocalypse. The cities have become abandoned and overrun by zombies, and we've got 3 objectives. First, build a tier 4 base to protect against the zombie hordes. Second, find and repair a helicopter by collecting all the necessary parts. Third, find other survivors and try to build a community. Will we make it? Will we survive? Tune in to find out. This is a duo survival with me and my partner Cyrex. There he is, right there beside me. In the midst of all of this, I don't even know what to call it, the most intense zombie survival or the Night of the Dead, who knows. But our journey begins as we spawned on this bridge. We quickly looked around and found the living dead swarming beneath us. Okay, this is a zombie survival. First rule to any zombie survival is tools. We need tools and lots of them. While I lure the zombies away, Cyrex gets us some wood. It works out pretty well in our favor, and oh boy are these zombies strong. They hit for 3 or more hearts when they walk in packs of 5 or more. It takes at least 5 hits to kill them too. Crazy stuff. In one of the abandoned houses, we get to work. I create a workbench and some wooden tools, and my buddy Cyrex digs straight down to get some stone. From the first encounter, I think it's okay to say that these zombies require at least stone tools. Definitely not bare hands. Second pretty useful rule is play it smart. So by breaking the glass only halfway, I can freely punch the brain-eating zombies and not get hit myself. This way I can clear up the street before persevering into the next house. I hope we can find some loot in the chests and see more of what's happening on the outside. I mean, we can't be the only survivors, can we? A building looks pretty old and run down, and there are even vines growing at the side. So this seems like a great opportunity to get some height and see the surrounding area, and where we might venture onwards. We climbed up the building, which was pretty dangerous. I mean, one false move and we'll come plummeting down and probably dying. At the top you can see all of the city in ruin, filled with undead zombies and no sign of human life. It was getting pretty dark, so instead of running about without even a torch, I thought we could camp out the night on this roof, which we did. Next morning we made plans for that day and decided to climb down, which nearly killed me. I think me and Cyrex got separated as he was nowhere close to me, and I had to fight off the zombies by myself on the ladder. They infested every floor of this building. I barely survived. Met up with Cyrex and we fought off more zombies. We broke free the stone fence and headed into the forest. From looting chests inside the city, Cyrex already made himself a diamond sword, and we also found some iron ingots for me. We got some more wood, a crafting bench, and made me an iron sword. I tested it and oh boy, it works wonders. It does a lot more damage than my previous wooden sword. For food, we killed a lot of chickens, which I'd later cook. We traveled the whole day looting chests and killing zombies. The night was coming closer, so we barricaded ourselves yet again in an abandoned house and started crafting what we could. As my first piece of armor, I got a golden helmet, which was pretty cool. We tried sleeping, but the game kept saying monsters were nearby. I guess zombies are super attracted to light, so we disposed of them and went to bed. Early in the morning, we picked up our beds and sneaking out was easy enough, as there weren't many zombies on the outside. This day we did decide to actually gather more necessary loot for our base and fortification. I found some iron fencing, which will be really useful for traps and our lava fence. Don't forget, our base is supposed to be super fortified with turrets, traps, and lava pits. We gathered enough starting resources and decided to head out of the city. It wasn't as easy as we expected, as the city is super huge, and we traveled quite a few miles north to leave. We did manage to find a pretty field with a few ponds. Easy water access and a clear area for the base is necessary to survive this apocalypse. The night was setting in, so it was becoming increasingly difficult to traverse the land, and I even climbed up on a tree to stop the zombies from biting me. Me and Cyrex did make a plan overnight for the base. We found a spot And the next day was the time to gather the fencing, which exactly is what we did. The zombies were pretty angry at me for stealing their fence. I fought them off a few times while getting myself a full stack. My buddy Cyrex is getting wood as we speak, so this is gonna be a good base. I started setting up the fence and it started raining, which is bad because the ground is bad, visibility is lacking, and the zombies don't care. They are still going after you. I made a plan to build off a small area, clear it out, and then expand it later on. This will be the easiest way to start it. For future expansion, I want roughly 10 times more land, with cows, a crop farm, XP farm, and a solid mansion for potion brewing, and a lot more. Cyrex started building us a wooden shack. It's a shack because I can't call it a house, it's just so bad. But all of this is temporary and we'll build on it and make the best darn anti-zombie base there is. I made a mistake here thinking that I was safe. Little did I know there's a little hill they can easily climb over the fence with. So yeah, this area became a huge contaminated zone really quickly. As you can see, zombies travel in huge packs, like 10 to 15 of them from each direction. And they're all here ganging up on me and Cyrex because they are attracted to our lit torches. We did manage to survive this by running out aimlessly and in the end kept a small area free of zombies to gather equipment and fight them off. While clearing out the base, just look at my HP and how many zombies there are. They hit for a lot and take 3 to 4 hits to kill. They are super strong because we're in the hardest difficulty of the mod. We did decide to sleep the night, but I obviously knew the beds won't let us go to sleep when there are monsters nearby. So I dug a tunnel into the ground. The first bunker room I created wasn't deep enough, so I dug even deeper, found some useful coal and iron along the way, and kept digging until I could barely hear the zombies on the outside. I laid the beds and we slept till next morning. We got up next morning and went to see how the fence is holding up. This first night was a test to see how well the base can hold up to a horde of zombies. And it did pretty well. None got inside and everything was okay. I set up our little furnace station and started smelting the iron, copper, and raw food we gathered. This is starting to look like a decent venture now, and me and Cyrex have a firm footing on the zombies. By that I mean we have a safe base, plenty of food, materials, and land to build on. Nevertheless, we are making plans for expeditions to gather other necessary equipment on the outside. Oh, and we also got an anvil too for future enchants. Cyrex said we need more wood for the base. At the moment you could call it a tier 1 base, but we're looking for a tier 4 or 5 upgrade, so obviously we need more wood to expand it. I got some smelted iron and crafted an iron axe for Cyrex and an iron pickaxe for myself. Cyrex is a crazy man. He jumped over our fence and went right after that tree. He lured away nearly all the zombies with him, and if he dies, that means I'm gonna have to continue this adventure by myself. We haven't even built anything yet, so that would be really unfortunate if he did die. Falling trees also kill zombies, so take note of that, not to be under one ever when it's falling, or you'll simply die. Smelting more copper and cooking more meat, we spent most of the days just expanding the base further, so breaking the walls and placing them further for us to get more room. Some zombies watched us and I reckon they must have been pretty hungry. Brains is the only thing on their mind, which is a problem for us. Whenever we kill a few, more will follow, and don't even get me started on the night. As the nighttime falls, there's a swarm of 30 at least, standing just out there, patiently waiting for us just to make a single wrong mistake and get eaten alive. I opened my backpack and put everything inside that I don't need. Pretty cool little feature I didn't know of. And as you can see, there are 2 green slots that you can place equipment in, like swords, axes, and pickaxes. And they actually show in-game on your character. So there's my little pickaxe on my back. I made myself an iron axe to chop some wood in the days to come, and also got a lucky drop from a zombie. Some half-broken golden legs are a huge upgrade for me. I only have my single helmet. Even though I have plenty of iron for some armor, I don't think it's necessary right now, as I need to use that iron for equipment to build the base faster. A few days passed as we slowly upgraded our base. I'm mainly working on the new fence, which will give us a lot more land. All of this is pretty dangerous as zombies are running after me while I work on the fence. There's just too many of them to kill. Shortly more will follow and we're back to square zero. While Cyrex fends them off, I tend to sneak a little piece or two of the fence. I'm leaving a pond for easy access to clean water, to water the future crops and such. Zombies actually got me to pretty low health a couple of times, but we're somehow still managing. We're trying to clear out the area just a little bit before nighttime falls. This way, next morning, we have less of them to kill. Overnight, zombies tend to spawn quite a lot, so not only do we get outnumbered, we really have to play it safe. Here we are, finally finished with the fence, and look at all of this land. Gathering seeds for our farm, the plan is to make it livable and the base itself self-sufficient. Cyrex called me over to show this huge zombie. It's a lot bigger than regular ones. I don't even know where they are coming from, but it does surely look like the outside world is ruthless if you don't have any protection and if you have 7 feet titans roaming the street. Here is Cyrex digging out our very first garden. With food supplies not being a problem anymore, I reckon the base is now a tier 2, which is really good progress. I'm using the buckets I crafted earlier to fill in these pots. And again, we went with a different strategy. Instead of simply crafting better armor with iron, we crafted full sets of tools first. This way, the building of the base is so much easier, and with the fence working, there's no need to worry about zombies flooding in. I also noticed the zombies lagging out in the single pillar fence parts, so I'm gonna fill in the parts just to keep it clean. There's Cyrex finally planting our first seeds. Let's hope for a bountiful season. Seeing as it's autumn, that shouldn't be a problem. Last seeds in are looking pretty good. Too bad that piece of wargrass is sticking out, but it will grow over in time, I'm sure. Overall, I think we made good progress, and the future for this apocalypse isn't looking so bleak after all. Me and Cyrex decided it was time to fortify the base, so we're upgrading it to a tier 3 now, and for that we need lava, lots and lots of lava. I crafted a few buckets for me and Cyrex and we headed out. I reckon the trip will take a few days because we don't know where the closest lava pit might be. Also, this is a good opportunity to explore in a different direction from where we came from, and this way we can get a good understanding of the surrounding area. To say the least, the days we spent traveling reveal that the world isn't just in an apocalypse, it's severely dangerous. The zombie packs that came to our base, well, out in the wilderness, it isn't better. There's an endless amount of these zombies and it's really bad out there. I hope we can find other survivors soon and make friends. We finally did find a lava pit and it was surrounded by zombies. Getting the lava is pretty dangerous because we are on ground level, but quick thinking quite literally saved us. I thought of the idea to build up a few blocks so the zombies down is enough for the lava around our base. There's no need to make it any deeper as the fire damage will kill them quickly. I poured some lava on them and my god, it's beautiful. The sound they make when the lava hits them is just awesome. Me and Cyrex also have plans for turrets, so keep in mind this lava pit is only half of the defense we'll have. Gun turrets require a bit of engineering. I don't really want to craft more than 2 buckets I already have, as that seems like a waste of iron, but it would save me and Cyrex a lot of trips down to the lava pit. At the moment looking pretty good, Cyrex is doing the same on the other side of the base. Finally got some action, baby. The blood moon is rising. For those who don't know, the blood moon is a rare chance to get a very difficult night. You can't sleep and the spawn rate of zombies increases drastically. They are also stronger, faster, hit more, and overall are just more difficult. They somehow got into the base and I'm guessing we just don't have enough torches on the land inside, and they spawned in the dark areas. So yeah, in short, this mod along with the already hardcore zombies mod is super dangerous and difficult. Thank god we finished fortifying the base with lava. It cooks them right up and just look at all the damage. No one can survive the lava and the fence to keeping them out. If me and Cyrex were still in the city, we would not survive this 100%. The defense paid off right away. Just wait till we get turrets. The zombies spawned right behind me and got me to 1.5 hearts. One more hit and all of this video would be over. I'd be super mad and pissed, but thank god I ate some meat and quickly got my health back. Blood Moon nights feel super long. I don't know if they are just actually increased in duration because of the mod, or it just feels like they're long because of the danger. Literally, zombies spawning in safe areas we fortified and all of that bad stuff. While making sure the fence holds up, I got hit again, and this time to half a heart. This nearly gave me a heart attack. The zombies shouldn't be able to bite you from that distance, over the fence even. Again, I was lucky just to be alive, just barely making it out. This night really is glorious. We killed a lot of zombies. You can see them in the distance in every direction. So the ones going after us are like the first line of attack. We take them out and the ones from the back come forth. Just endless amounts of them. 50 at a time, if not more. There's just too many to count. Blood Moon really is scary, and I hope to god we don't get many of them later on in the video. But my god is telling me this is just the beginning. So there's sure plenty of more zombies to come, and even maybe stronger ones. Cyrex had the idea of covering up our pond, but I quickly talked him out of it. He had a fair point though. This was our second pond in the back that served no purpose, but I like it aesthetically. It's kind of a cliffy water bank in the back of the base, which we can use for other projects. I then decided to finally begin the construction of the chicken farm, and oh boy, I nearly made it look like a prison with the iron fencing. Thank god we went with a stone fence design, which doesn't contrast the base's appearance much, because the base is all stone fence as well. Me and Cyrex grabbed our eggs we collected over time in the wild, and while hatching we were lucky enough to get 2 baby chickens. Look how cute they are. They will grow up and will breed more chickens. Also have plans to expand the farm bigger when they grow in numbers. As time passed, they grew up and so did our crops. I hope they don't mind me munching on their cooked friend's meat. Anyway, the farm looks like it's ready for harvest, and we did just that. Harvested the wheat and got a lot of seeds back too. Got 25 wheat and 33 seeds myself, and Cyrex probably got the same for the other half of the crops. Me and Cyrex decided to try and breed the chickens, and yes, it worked. We got a little chicken. That's an additional member to our family of survivors. I'll make sure to feed him well and see that he grows up big and strong. I even gave him a name, Steve. People will write about Steve in history books about the great deeds he's going to do in the future. He is going to be a great chicken. So the next step is to find diamonds and mithril. We headed to our little tunnel and started digging. We spent a full day and night looking for all sorts of ores. I found iron, coal, gold, copper, and a lot of stone, but no diamonds unfortunately. I think our base is in a bad area because there weren't many caves either. We just had to dig, and in the end we decided to pack up and head to a different location. Anyway, it's good to know that at least under our base we don't have any caves where zombies and other monsters usually spawn, so at least we're safe and clear from beneath the surface. We set out for a few days on our adventure to find suitable caves. I reckon caves are the best choice to go mining in because they are computer generated holes in the ground, and maybe they have a higher chance to spawn diamonds and mithril. It's also an easier way to get to lower levels of this world. The journey wasn't super long, it's just on the other side of the city. All in all, to get from base to the enclave entrance, it's roughly a day. If you sleep the night, that is just to be safe. It would suck if we were caught off guard in the night. We have no armor, well at least very minimal armor. That's why we need to go mining ASAP to get the armor crafted and compete against the zombies. We finally arrived at the entrance. Just a little background information, Cyrex was the one who found it while on an expedition alone. You can actually see his video on his channel, it's completely different to mine. We both have very different objectives for this apocalypse. I really recommend you check him out, I'll leave a YouTube link down in the description. Anyway, back to the caves. It's pretty dark, so thank God we have plenty of torches to lighten up the area. Also, there are a lot of zombies in the cave. They are stronger in the dark, so I understand why they lurk in the shadows. They love nighttime where their spawn rate doubles if not triples, and they become super strong. I do wonder how they feed in the caves. Maybe they don't require a lot of food to survive, so they can just wander. I mean, some of them do have holes in their bodies, so food just drops through them, so I don't really know how that works. Lucky for us, there is a ton of ores. We'll craft pretty strong sets of armor when we get back. Also, my friend Cyrex literally missed diamonds right under his nose, so I snuck in and grabbed them. I was actually screaming when I found them. I guess they aren't super rare now as they were like 5 years ago, but I still get the jiggles every time I find them. That's so awesome. First diamonds and a bunch too. A good badge for the blue if you get the joke. Psst, it's a Breaking Bad reference. Comment down below if you got it. We did spend a few days and nights mining, smelting what we could and mining some more. For the amount of ores we got, I think it was a definitely time well spent. This amount of iron, coal, and diamonds is enough to keep us from mining again for a super long time. And another bunk of diamonds. I'm telling you, we are on a roll. Me and Cyrex, our synergy makes us super lucky because this is the third batch we found in a span of 2 days here. Poor little me with my golden helmet and nearly broken leggings. I won't even say anything about Cyrex, he's got a golden helmet and leather trousers. That's even worse than me. To say we weren't prepared armor-wise is like not to say anything at all. We spent all of our ores on equipment to fortify the base. All these ores will be super useful for building the turrets as well. They will require most likely a lot of redstone. While looking for the way out, a zombie appeared from nowhere. I quickly disposed of it. I mean, come on, one zombie isn't a threat, right? Well, oh boy, did I not expect to be greeted by a whole horde of them on the outside. We dug some more ores and decided that it was finally time to head back. The journey back again took roughly a whole day. We got back to the base and started counting what we've collected. A nice stack of 33 diamonds really caught my eye. With this I can craft armor sets and even some equipment. Cyrex also got a few diamonds himself, so we are set. In my backpack I got a stack of 64 iron, plus my regular inventory is full too with all sorts of ores. we quickly got to smelting. I think using just 2 furnaces is a very big problem with this many amount of ores to smelt. But in my defense, we have to keep the base looking pristine, and also it's just this one time that we need to smelt this many. So there's really no need to make like a whole room for 10 furnaces. Stacking up on endless ores is not our priority in this apocalypse. It does seem my math was a bit off, as I thought we had enough diamonds for full armor sets and tools. But after creating the tools first, which are way more important, it appears we are short on diamonds for full armor sets. That's okay though, I did mix in iron with diamonds, and that makes for a powerful combo. It will surely protect from all zombie bites. We do already have plans for better armor, and that armor set will be mithril and then onyx. The thing is, we are yet to get mithril and onyx is in the nether, so we'll drop by for a quick visit, no more than a few days. We can also check out if the nether is infected too with the disease and if zombies are there. We all know there are already zombie pigmen in the nether, so the disease might have mutated them into something even stronger. This might be a problem. After sleeping the night, I decided it was time to go out exploring again and see if we can find a helicopter or something. Even better, we might find some survivors in town. I decided it was a good idea to get to a higher vantage point. That tall building fits the criteria, and most importantly, it has veins growing at the side. I used the veins to climb up. Our base seemed so small all the way out there. At the top, I encountered 2 zombies. Some easy swings with my new diamond sword killed them. I watched as my buddy Cyrex struggled to follow me up the building. We then decided to scavenge for loot. I took the iron fences. Going inside, we looked for chests, fought off some more zombies, and then found a brewing stand. This is good because we definitely need potions. For potions, you need blaze powder, so it's set in stone that we will be going to the nether now. Over the next few days, we were still looting chests and all sorts of stuff. I come across a double chest, and that's like super rare, and right away I was correct. There was some big loot. A jumping potion, I took it as finders keepers rule still holds. This potion will definitely come in handy at some point. This also gives me even more motivation to set up a portal and go to the nether, as potions are awesome and we do need some major healing potions for our future encounters with zombies and bosses. We found diamond blocks! That's right, our epic adventure did pay off in the end. As our final night was drawing closer, we decided to, instead of sleeping in the city, me and Cyrex should just head back to the base and sort our loot out. At the base, I started building an enchanting table room. Now that we have diamonds and also a few books from the city, we can craft an enchantment table and set up the library for cooler enchants. For the next few days, we started upgrading the base super hard. The plan was to make an official tier 4 base now. In order for that to happen, we need to make life necessities available. So an enchanting table is necessary, and an XP farm. I wasn't following any plan really for the XP farm. I just thought, what can move zombies? Water. What traps zombies? A hole. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, enough info for me to work with. Before starting the XP farm, me and Cyrex did decide that it was time to upgrade our last little bit of armor to diamond. So we did just that. Seeing as we have plenty of diamonds now, crafting armor is not a problem. I did go right ahead and use the enchanting table to enchant my new armor. Now that I have a full set, it needs to be strong. Too bad I had pretty bad luck with my enchants. I should have definitely made that XP farm before and farmed a lot to get better enchants. These poor enchants are good enough though, because diamond armor isn't my endgame armor. Onyx is, and Onyx is only in the Nether, so that's like a very long way to go still. I did pick up a lot of eggs again, and oh boy and behold, the holy chicken farm gets some new attendees. I was lucky enough to get even more chickens in our tiny little fenced out space. So don't worry, I'm already thinking of upgrading it and making it bigger, so the chickens could roam free and we could have even more of them. I also mated chickens. This was my first time doing it, as Cyrex did it the last time. And chickens can only be mated once for a certain period of time. So this time I did use some seeds and we got a little baby chicken. Should have really put a name tag on Steve, as I have no clue who Steve is now. One of these chickens is destined for greatness and I don't even know which. RIP, here died the legend of Steve. He died for being unidentical to other chickens. Next, I finally decided to start the XP farm. I used my enchanted shovel to round up the surface underneath the fence. Zombies usually stack up right here on this spot, so that's great for setting up a trap here. As I said, I'm not a pro trap builder, but I do have high hopes that my Minecraft skill alone will get me by just fine. The plan was to use water and trap them in a hole, and then have their loot and XP be transported over to another section for pickup. By the way, my shovel is killing this dirt. The enchants really sped up this process. Night was nearing, so I decided we made good progress for today and headed off to bed. As soon as I finished the iron fencing, zombies fell straight into my trap and got pulled in. This is some good progress, but they are getting stuck at one spot, so there's still room for improvement. I accidentally let the zombies free, and because we have the hardcore version of the mod, they straight away saw the pathing and all started coming in. We had to build it off and we had to do it fast. Here's how the trap works. It's sort of finished and it's really simple. Zombies go in the water and get transported over to the bottom, where we kill them. During the night there are a lot more zombies, so we tested it and yes, it worked like a charm. If we need XP, which I will in the future for my future armor sets, this is where we can get it. Bonded houses and roofs. This was the final night before we finally found it. You'll see what I mean by it when I wake up. There was Cyrex looking at me and is now climbing up to me. We're gonna sleep on this roof, and setting up our beds, I had a look at the neighboring buildings and saw some zombies trapped on the roof. This is a good sign. It means they can't climb down, nor can they climb up to us while we rest. Having woken up to the and up the ladder we made it. There it was, the helicopter itself. It's an army type, so we're really lucky we found it. There was a friendly sheep too. Who knows, this sheep could have been the pilot or the pilot's friend, who inevitably turned into a zombie while scavenging for loot. I mean, the helicopter is run down and is missing parts, so this will take us a few days to rebuild it. Having remembered the building and marked it on our maps with an X, we headed out looking for parts. From what I understand, we need seats, engine, rotors, and fuel, of course. Climbing down, I remembered we need to build that nether portal, so we started looking for a lava pool. With lava and water, we can create obsidian and mine it. Because we wanted to collect the obsidian during the night, this meant a ton of zombies. So the plan is, I'll get obsidian while my friend Cyrex protects me. What's even better is that there is a water pond right there beside the lava pool. I quickly mined all of it with my diamond pickaxe and we were done. It was time to find a safe space and sleep the night. We went inside the building, blocked off the exits, and I even made some doors to make it cozy, and we went to bed. Next morning, we woke up filled with energy and optimism. Underneath the window was a horde of zombies, and I just poured lava on them. This was pretty cool and fun. And we climbed down using the veins and headed across the city in the direction of our base. We found some cool cave but decided not to go mining. It's a steep fall, so I dropped a few zombies and one even survived somehow. In a random building right underneath some spawners, I found another promising chest. Inside was the rotor for our helicopter and a steel katana as well. The katana is a two-handed weapon and it has a very low spawn rate, so this chest overall was super rare as well. Again, luck was on our side and I swapped the diamond sword with the katana as my main weapon. The katana is super quick, more than 1/3 quicker than the sword, so even if it does less damage per hit, if I do enchant it and spam it quicker, it will do more damage over time. Me and Cyrix then decided to jump into the lava pool. Of course, I used my water bucket to create a lift and also freeze the lava. We encountered a few zombies on our way back to the base, and did I tell you how beautiful this world is? The colors flowing from winter to red to autumn, the pond itself looking amazing with some water parts frozen in ice, it's just wow. We did make it back to base just in time, and good news, the farm is ready. Our crops are fully grown and it's harvest time again. Just before going off to bed, I did some farming, crafted some bread, planted some seeds, and was going to expand the chicken farm, but decided that iron fencing would make it look like a prison, so I need to get some stone fencing the next day. After such a long day of traveling and doing all sorts of stuff, we finally made it way back to our base and finally slept the night. I quickly enchanted my new steel katana. Sharpness 2 is a pretty good enchant as I'm going for more damage. I then started building the nether portal with my friend Cyrix in our garden. A slight little miscalculation, we didn't have enough obsidian for the last corner. Nevertheless, it worked like a charm. Getting prepared, we crafted the flint and stone, and Cyrix had the final hand in activating the portal. Just as we thought, worked like a charm, even with the top piece missing. Entering the nether, we know we'd be gone for a few days. At first sight, it was very grim, lots and lots of lava. But we have to stick to the plan, and the plan is to get the onyx ore and get the blaze rods, and then peace, we out. Running about, we stumble upon a few ghasts, the very big scary fire spitting ghosts, and they're actually pretty easy to kill, although we are really geared up. Also, looking at the nether, there's not much infection as I can see. The only type of zombies in this world are zombie pigmen, and that's pretty normal for the nether. So the infection is only on the upper world. We came across the withered. They hit super hard and can also shoot arrows like normal skeletons. I even had to eat my golden apple because of how low they've got me. The nether wasn't difficult, but it surely was dangerous, seeing as me and Cyrix only had one single life for this entire video, or everything goes to waste. We can't afford dying, not in the nether, and we even found a helicopter outside, so we're super well off. We have to get back safely. We found blazes, so that's one thing off the list. We need a lot of blaze rods for the potions we'll craft. By killing multiple blazes, I think we've got enough of it, and it was time to look for the onyx source. Onyx is super rare and hard to find, so getting it will take a few extra days. I was very lucky to find onyx, a couple of stacks even. With this, I can craft myself an armor set and maybe even some tools. Looks like I skipped the mithril set. For those of you who don't know, diamonds are the third best set. Next is mithril, and then the best set in the game is onyx, which I'm getting right now. With this new armor set, I'll be able to withstand a lot of bites from the zombies in the upper world. Before going back to the portal, I decided to grab some lights. I think they light up the base pretty nicely and will make it very comfy and pretty. After getting back to the portal, we killed a few ghasts before jumping back and teleporting to our base. It was nighttime, so we decided to sleep the night. Next day, I finally crafted myself an onyx armor set. It took nearly all of my onyx I gathered in the nether, and I finally had it. Before putting it on, I quickly went to, of course, enchanted. I was so happy because this was my dream endgame for a long time, and I managed to craft it in this hardcore survival video, which is even crazier. Crafted a few chests to store my loot for my now retired diamond set, and yeah, the base is doing pretty well. The XP farm's working great, and we've got epic loot, and now all that's left is to get the helicopter and repair it. I then expanded the base further, especially the chicken farm. As you can see, in our absence, the chickens multiplied, and there's just too many of them to fit into this tiny box. I used the stone fence I gathered before to make a bigger box around the chickens and give them even more space. I then made myself a shovel, an axe, and enchanted both of them. I continued expanding the base overall, and especially the upper floor. Even got some new windows for the base. Setting up a third floor for the potions, it's looking pretty chill right now. One night the blood moon started setting in. Finally some action was coming. Blood moon spawns more zombies, and they are super strong. I was really hyped to look at my XP farm and how the base would hold up. To be honest, I had no clue the trap would work this good. The zombies were literally piling in. We got a ton of XP. I thought it's as good time as any to drink this jumping potion I collected earlier. I drank it and started teasing the zombies. There's just so many of them, it's fun to just be in a real life and death situation. Not that I can be easily killed, I have very good armor on. Still, I can literally jump over the fence and back in, and also the XP farm looks awesome and works great. I should definitely keep an eye on the blood moons as it's a great opportunity to farm the XP. I then decided to actually put lava on the zombies because there was just so many of them, and I don't need the XP for enchants at the moment. It killed them pretty quickly but didn't give any XP, unfortunately. You can't sleep during a blood moon, so we just waited out in our safe space. And in the morning you can see them falling into the lava. This was the last of them for the big hordes. There must have been at least 300 of them. While doing so, a mage spawned right in front of me. She threw a potion at me and I was gonna lose it all. I had no cows to get milk and no health potions nor golden apples. Her poison got me to half a heart and there is nothing I could have done. I literally survived by sheer luck. It's actually crazy. While barely getting my HP back, the game spawned zombies inside our base, which never happened before. And it was going right at me. The game was literally trying to kill me. One hit from him and I was dead. Looks like the Minecraft gods didn't like my lucky odds and wanted to finish me. We are going to have multiple turrets, so I gave Cyrex the chance to place the first one, seeing as I crafted the item. All you need for the turret to function is redstone for power and ammo to shoot with. Then you can configure who to shoot, how, and power on or off. It was nighttime by the time I finished setting up additional turrets. Glancing over, they are doing their job just fine. The zombies can't even come close to our base, and you know how many of them always piled up at our fence. Now there are literally zero. My buddy Cyrex had an amazing idea to cover up the fence with iron bars to make the base look super apocalyptic and good. So we started working around the base. This will also keep the big ones out. We saw 2 times higher zombies than normal, but the mod allows for super huge spawns. He will literally step over us, so this 3-story fence should help out a bit. chest. There was also this cool boomerang. The boomerang is throwable and does a lot of damage on return. That's a really cool item to have. I only now noticed that I didn't save the recording when I finally found the seeds, but it was literally in the same morning we woke up after finding the helicopter. It was in my inventory throughout all of this journey and even in the nether. Now that we're all set, it was time to head to the helicopter itself. I failed the jump in the water, but no way that would have stopped me. I am set. The best gear, nearing the end of the 100 days, just found the helicopter part. Nothing is going to stop me now. The journey to the helicopter was long. We marked it with an X on the map and it took a good few days to get there. And here we are nearly at the top of the tower with the helicopter. At this point I was praying to God these parts would function properly and we'd be able to fly away. I mean, I trust Cyrex and his pilot skills, but he never flew before in Minecraft, so I was kind of worried. We made our way across the bridge we built before, and there it was, our survival, our hope, our joy, the helicopter itself. That's the engine and rotor blades placed. Let's test this baby out, hopefully it works. And yes, it does. The helicopter is a bit blurry because of the shader, guys. With this helicopter we can finally start searching for survivors, maybe even an Eden, a safe haven from the zombies with a civilization of humans. Who knows what we'll encounter soon. Here we are also flying around our base and it looks super good from a distance. This does bring us to the 100 days. If you want a part 2, make sure to smash that subscribe button and share the video with your friends. I was recording this with my friend Cyrex, so make sure to go check him out and his Minecraft videos down in the description of this video as well. We put in a lot of love and work into these videos, so all the support is highly appreciated. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Leave suggestions on what topic you want to see next. We already started recording a dinosaur video while I'm editing this video, so check it out when it releases. It's been me, Diamond Ninja, as always guys. Peace out.